Hi everyone, welcome back. Well, we're down at Whiteman Park today, and I just thought we would have a look at this Fowler steam traction engine from 1921 that is in the Whiteman collection. Hopefully this is going off to have some major work done to it soon, and I just thought we'd have a quick look at it before anything happens to it and it goes anywhere. This is a Fowler Super Lion 6B traction engine, and 6 of these were manufactured. It's very similar to a number of other Fowler models, but these ones were built for the Western Australian government for clearing land in the group settlement schemes. There's not a lot of difference in them. These ones have a longer firebox, which is down in here, so that they can burn wood instead of coal. They also have a longer smoke box here, which just helps with the sparks that come out when they're burning wood instead of coal. The biggest difference, if we go around this side here, is give me 2 seconds. They have a winch in here. So this bit in here is a winch drum with wire rope round there, and these traction engines were built for clearing the trees in the southwest forest of Western Australia. So they used to work in conjunction with a horse. The rope should have a big hook on the end of it. The horse would drag the rope out and they'd hitch it to the biggest tree they could find. They'd then drive out nearly to the end of the rope and drive round in a big circle and knock everything over that was in the way. They would then drive back to the big tree and wind the winch back in, and this would pull over anything that was left in there, and they'd burn that over summer. We don't burn anything in summer anymore because of the risk of the bushfires, but back then they wanted to get the hottest burn they could. Now these winches were also used for pulling those big trees over. These machines don't have any brakes on them, so when you're using the winch you can't pull straight forward or straight backwards. So they had these rollers on the front here. You'd pass the winch cable through them, and there should be another roller up here somewhere too, and then you'd either pull at right angles in one direction or the other. And they have the same set of rollers at the back. So you can bring your winch cable through here and pull in that direction, or round this one and pull from out there. Now this is they rate steam engines in a rather strange way. They use nominal horsepower. So this is a twin cylinder engine. If we climb up here we can see it has a high pressure cylinder over here and a low pressure cylinder here. So when the steam has been used once, it still has some residual pressure and it comes into the higher pressure cylinder afterwards to use a bit more of that residual energy. This particular machine I think is rated at 18 nominal horsepower, which means it will easily outpull a 100 horsepower four-wheel drive Ford Country. So the horsepower on any steam machine is always a bit strange. If we come underneath here, this is the firebox under here. So there should be fire bars under here, and the fire is lit in this piece up the top here. When they're working out horsepower, it's a theoretical number based on the calorific value of the wood or whatever you are burning, the wood or coal or oil, versus how big the grate area is. The bigger the grate, the bigger the fire you can have and the more you can burn at once, and that is how they come up with the horsepower for steam engines. If we come around this side we can climb up into the driver's cab, and this would not have been a particularly easy machine to fire. So it used to have a cab on it. We do have the canopy still. Wood was stored in here. Underneath the floor here is the water tank. We have a steering wheel over here. We have in and out of gear here for the driving wheels, and we have in and out of gear on this side for the winch. Now this machine has done an awful lot of work in its life. They did not go lightly on it. And if we have a close look down here at this is the small gear that drives the winch. They have broken off every tooth around here and welded it back on. Some of these other teeth in here are quite badly worn, and yeah, the teeth on this side on this small gear that drive the wheels have also been broken off and welded back on. So this machine has worked exceptionally hard in its life. Now we have I think this is a 2-speed machine, not a 3-speed. So we have these 2 levers here which change your gears for you. There's large dog clutches and gears that slide backwards and forwards on either side down there to engage your 2 different speeds. You need to be parked on level ground to change these. You cannot do it on a hill. If you get halfway up a hill and need to come down a gear, you've got a lot of trouble because there's not enough brakes to hold it on the hill while you change gears. So you must be in the correct gear before you start doing whatever you're doing. This lever here is your steam valve, which is like your accelerator on your car. We've got this here which should be connected up to the drain cocks on the cylinders. So when you first take off in a steam engine, you need to make sure that you have drained all the water out of your cylinders before you take off, or you will bend things in a big way. So you open these, you keep them open for a few seconds after you've taken off. Often you'll see as the steam train pulls out of the station, it's blowing steam out everywhere from around the front, and then it suddenly stops. That's when they close the steam valves. This here should connect up to the low pressure cylinder up there, and this means that if you're running out of power in an emergency, you lean on this and it directs high pressure steam straight into your low pressure cylinder, and that will give you an awful lot more power. It'll also use an awful lot of steam up fairly quickly. This lever here is our forward and reverse. We don't have brakes, but with a steam engine, if you're going downhill and you want to slow down, you put it in reverse and open the steam valve a little bit, and that will slow you down. It's not like a car where you will damage anything. Now this would have been quite challenging to fire. If we come down here, this is your firebox where you throw the wood in. We were looking up from in there before. There's 2 glass sight gauges that should be in here, and your water level line is here. That is really critical to keep an eye on, because if it drops below that, you're going to do major damage to your boiler. But it's also quite hard to see down there at knee level. Of the 6 of these that were built, 2 of them got cut up for scrap. One of them is missing and we don't know what happened to it. We have 2 down here at Whiteman Park. We have this one and another one owned by the WA Museum. And the other one I have also lost track of, but it was at Pioneer Village School for a while, which is where I went to primary school. And we used to play all over it and climb on it, and it was great fun. And I used to actually be able to get in between the spokes and climb right round the wheel without getting out to turn around, which meant of course you were heading headfirst down the hill for half the way around the wheel. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little look at this Fowler traction engine. Hopefully we're going to get a fair bit of work done to it soon. We're not unfortunately going to have enough money to get it steaming again, but at least it will look a lot better and be a lot safer than it currently is. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you again next time. Bye. Bye.